Today's topic is Unit 4, Topic 1, Lesson 1, Formation of ATP and Release of Energy. It's one of the lengthiest topic of Unit 4 and also quite hard. But if you understand all the concept, it will make it a lot easier for you, okay? Formation of ATP and release of energy. So, what is ATP? What do you understand about by ATP? ATP is a form of energy, right? ATP is a form of energy. And to continue all of our activity or our daily life activities, ATP is really needed. It's a chemical. ATP, it's a chemical and it is produced within our cell. Okay, it is produced by our cell, and the process by which ATP is produced is called respiration. And to continue respiration, our body requires food molecule. Okay, and from where does the food comes? It indirectly or directly it comes from the plant. Okay, and what is ATP made of? ATP is made up of adenine, ribose sugar and 3-phosphate molecule, right? This and the basic structure of ATP. Okay, so let's get started with it. To continue all types of activity, ATP is required. ATP is a reactive chemical synthesized inside the cell of living organisms, as I said before. To continue all the activity within our cell or activity we do, ATP is required, and ATP is a reactive chemical synthesized inside the cell of living organism. It is produced within the cell. This biomolecule is produced in the cell by a process named respiration. It is produced in the cell by the process called respiration. To continue respiration, food molecules are required. Okay, which is coming directly or indirectly from the plant. The process photosynthesis also produces small amount of ATP. What is photosynthesis? As you know, it is a process by which plants make their food, right? And it also produces some amount of ATP, but that is not the main source of ATP. Okay, the main source of ATP is respiration. By respiration we make ATP. ATP is made up of adenine, ribose sugar and 3-phosphate molecule, and it is combinedly it's known as adenosine triphosphate, ATP in short. Okay, let's move on to see the chemical structure of ATP. Okay, it's clear. This is the chemical structure of ATP. This is adenine, this is ribose sugar and this is phosphate. Okay, now how does ATP works? It can be a question, a really normal question, like how ATP works, how can we use our energy, right? How we use our energy. As we know that ATP is a highly reactive chemical, right? And how it works is by it get dissociated into ADP and inorganic phosphate, and in that form they release energy. Okay, ATP is not the form, like is not the energy. When it gets dissociated into ADP and inorganic phosphate, it releases energy, and that is used by our body. ADP and phosphate can again join to form ATP, which takes the same amount of energy, and this reaction is reversible reaction. Okay, so let us go on some description and the diagram of that. Okay, ATP is highly reactive chemical which can be dissociated into ADP and inorganic phosphate, PI. during this dissociation energy is released. As I said before, during ATP is not the main source, it's not the energy form. When it gets dissociated into ADP and inorganic phosphate, it releases the energy. Okay, this energy is used in many purposes. ADP and phosphate can again join to form ATP, which takes same amount of energy, and this reaction is known as a reversible reaction. I hope you know what reversible reaction is. Okay, this is one simple diagram to show how ATP works. ATP, this is the sign for reversible reaction. ATP can get dissociated into ADP and PI. This process is called hydrolysis. And it produces what? It produces a phosphate and energy, and it's a metabolism. Okay, and likewise ADP plus PI can combine, can get condensed to form ATP, and this reaction is known as condensation reaction, where energy is used up and one phosphate molecule is also used up, and this is and this reaction we can also known as respiration and photosynthesis, where ATP is formed. Okay. This reversible reaction should happen continuously because breaking down of ATP releases energy, which is used in cellular activities, and formation of ATP restore its amount. Like, it's quite interesting, right? It is a reversible reaction, and when it breaks, it gives us some energy, and when it's when it get condensed, it uses up some energy. But both reactions are important for our cellular activities, right? Because by this we get energy, and by this process we restore the amount of ATP. And this process, and we know this process as respiration and photosynthesis, and respiration is main because by respiration a lot amount of ATP is produced. You will get to know more about this in the further classes. ADP and inorganic phosphate joins to form ATP. This reaction is happening in the electron transport chain. Okay, so there must be a question what electron transport chain is. Okay, so ETC is present, like electron transport chain is present in the inner membrane of mitochondria, and the thylakoid membrane of the chloroplast. So we will know about electron transport chain in the further videos, and it's a huge topic of unit 4 and a really important topic. Many questions come from this topic only. It's a very important one, so we will discuss this in details in the further classes. So our today's question is just for you to practice it at home. I'll be giving its answer in the next unit 4 class. Is that what is condensation and hydrolysis reaction? Okay, reaction. What is condensation and hydrolysis reaction? Okay, thank you so much.